Howdy, everybody. Welcome back to Doom 2. And today on Doom 2, we go to the place that Sandy Peterson lived in. A couple houses. That's the big note of this level, is that the level designer, Sandy Peterson, designed aspects of the level after a few houses he lived in. On his YouTube channel, he actually has footage of what he compares it to in terms of design. Even down to the enemy placements. Oops. Some Hung Commander Keens are blocking me. Okay. Excuse me. So. Nice red weather outside today. I see our imp children are enjoying the breeze, seeing as there's no proper circulation system, so we just ventilate with half-open walls and doors. And, what, like a little podium? There's a boner outside. It's just the local pedophile. More importantly, there's a archvile outside, which I will dispatch of immediately. Screw that. Get out of here, buddy. We do not need an archvile in an open field. That's really bad news. Okay, we got another revenant. I think there's a couple out in the podium. Yeah, right there. So I'm going to take some time hitting them and dodging them back and forth. Cover shooting is kind of hard in an open map with revenants, as you might imagine. Let's shoot imps through the window. How much for them? You know, the one without any tails? I guess not very much. They're a dime a dozen. We will need to get a couple keys. And while I do know all the secrets, there's one that I didn't technically activate, even though, in my view, it was mine. We'll get to that. I just want you to know that there's reasons why numbers don't go the way that you want to. Okay, I've caused the imps to teleport sparsely populating the outside. Around the outside. Also could have been a way to address it from going in the other way and probably BFGing them to death. It's really no big deal. I can take my time shotgunning them all. Now, if I'm speedrunning, yeah, I might be more apt, but I wouldn't have had a BFG yet anyway. Unless, I don't know. So yeah, you put that bench down, shoot that when it gets up, and there's the Megasphere. That's the secret in which I just basically ran across what the Megasphere is. And the secret is when you go into the little indented part in the ground. We'll get that later, though, when I need it. There's another little bench that goes down, too. This is the Kako dog. Beware of Kako demons. I'd hate to see a dog catcher try to go after one of those, though. Would you keep one as a pet, or maybe a little plushie? Actually, there's probably plushies of most Doom enemies, but especially the Kako demon. Could very well be a modern-day Beanie Baby. Also, try doing a Funko Pop with that. I didn't think so. Funko Pops without arms or feet. It's just a little tiny head, and then you're done. There's 4 doors here. Only the one is actually go-throughable. Which you'd have to test by trying to walk through all of them. Otherwise, you'd be like, there's nothing in here, but the sound of the enemies shooting through gets you that. Shadow Pinkies are known to haunt you when you're not paying attention. There's really not a whole bunch going on. The trouble is they make the same roaming sounds as the Kako demons, so I didn't know it was there. Whereas with the Kako, I would immediately see it and know it can only come through here. With the Revenant down on the flesh intestine tentacles. I suppose they're tentacles. Getting a little Eldritch in our Doom. Then again, the level designer is known for Call of Cthulhu, so respect that. Respect. Here's our BFG and some plasma ammo to spare. And some damage to my feet. Not a big deal. Let's wander around some more. There's some ammo on the ground.
When there's ammo on the ground, you gotta pick it up. And when you look around, there's pinkies. In this house, the house the pinkies left.
How'd that get there? We got a home invasion, everyone. I don't know. This level is an example of stuff could wander far enough that you don't know where its origin point is. So always keep it on. Okay, well, now I know there's something there randomly because of the teleporting sound. But who knows where that is? I might. I mean, I hear it. Yeah, there it is. Now it's time for the Megasphere. No, I didn't actually get what I was looking for. Because it was another Kako who may have teleported. I don't know. Other enemies that teleport in this map are actually... They're not really in the map. They're in another section outside the map that they get teleported from, like in their storage depot. So you gotta push the torch so they can actually go on top of this shelf. And then shoot the eyes, which represents the microwave. For a backpack and shit. See? I ran so fast, I just didn't have time to land. But you'll forgive me, because the point of that secret was the Megasphere. I won't talk about it anymore. What was that? Shadow Pinky? I don't know. Let's deal with that. Just right now. It's slow enough that sniping it is fine with a rocket launcher. Since, you know, I haven't seen me see it go far away, usually I'm up close. And if you're far enough away, you do have a good chance of dodging it. So, work with that. Enemies you've already seen in different situations that call for different advice columnists. Okay. Couple of skeletons having a skeleton of fun. A skeleton? Did you know that one time I learned that this old Looney Tunes cartoon, the gag about the skeleton and then a red skeleton, I didn't know it was a reference to, well, a comedian named Red Skeleton. Yeah, even the oldest cartoons are filled with references. References never really stopped. They just became more obvious over time. That door opens. I mean, the wall opens. And he's got the Berserk behind him. And the rocket behind him. Today's rocket brought to you by Rocket Shadow Rockets. Or Rocket Rides. Or games with a rocket in them. Makes you wonder if there's a Lunar Lander LP now. Okay, there's another Archvile. You're going down, buddy. Luckily, he didn't come out of his credits yet. Oh, wait, no. He was still firing it. I didn't wait long enough. Let that be a lesson. Wait for that explosion sound to hit before going back out. Because even if it's not directly touching you, that's still enough time for him to hit something, even if it is the fucking wall. Revenants and a fat guy. I'm assuming the Mancubus just stole the flesh off of him, and that's why he's like that. No, actually, according to the manual, the Revenant is more like pieces of undead put back together and just shoved back in with some weapons and be like, go back out there. You know? Because, you know, hell is full of the dead anyway, so it's like, if they die, they just come back there. Okay? I don't know, it doesn't have to make sense. On the podium, when you get the blue skull key, is when even more monsters are about to barge in from the storage depot, as mentioned earlier. I'm saving the invulnerability sphere for such a point in time. I didn't remember if there was a second one or not, but definitely save one for this. It's a BFG situation and a rocket situation. In fact, the rockets might be better because you can take care of the splash damage in your face, so that might be viable. Alright, I will activate it. Then what I'm going to end up doing is waiting until enough of them are overwhelming that I need to take it. So let's just hang out for a bit in our bomb shelter. Come out to play. They are the warriors. Okay, yeah. Toot Toot Doom Warrior. Okay. Wow. So we got Mancubuses, Cacos, probably Revenants. I didn't see. Definitely a lot of Imps. Imps are no problem. Forget about them. Your targets are mostly the Cacos and the Mancubuses. If you have an Imp on the way, whatever. Just don't worry about them. I'm getting back in a moment. Now it's time for some bullet hell. Or some flamethrower hell. Woo! I know, it's like I'm using more rockets than usual. I must be insane. If you don't want to use rockets, then you can use your plasma. Or even a chain gun to stun lock one at a time. Or you can use the shotgun far away and super shotgun if you go up close. Your approach will definitely differ from mine. That's the beauty of it. I'm trying to think of the monsters as like chess pieces and the maps they're board. It's the essence of the level design. I mean, there are knights and barons, so yeah, sure. What to do? I'm around. Oh yeah, right. Let's apply the key, huh? With the red key. And I'm gonna forget this the first time, but that's actually a switch. I'll press it again soon. But that switch is how you get rid of that red-blue fire nonsense. Okay, so Revenants and Imps. That's all that's left. I'm thankful for this level for not having, you know, the tier 1 enemies. So no zombie men, no shotgunners, no chain gunners either. Which I'm especially grateful for, because the chain gunners are an absolute bitch in an open area. Honestly, if you ever have just one, it's okay. But if you have more than one, then you hope they hit something other than you. Let's do a little BFG. It's just gonna be a little B. The little fucking gun. Actually, I think the little fucking gun that Will Smith uses in Men in Black, so... There you go. Why are these references, Gaming Wolf? Why can't you talk about the game? Because sometimes there isn't something to talk about. I just have to provide... Well, it's supposed to be enlightening commentary, okay? Alright. Take that, haters. Haters gonna hate. Yeah. I don't know. Someone going out of their way just to be a shitter. I'm just doing my own thing. I don't know why you'd waste time like that. I don't have to know why. Just forget about it. Yeah, it's the best approach. Yeah, let's get that plasma I left behind. And then pretend the shotgun as an itchy trigger finger. Trigger warning, guns. Yeah. Although, the point of that is actually to point out that games having guns should be a warning. And in fact, they are. That's why most of them are M-rated, so yeah. There are some gun games that are T-rated, and the one E-rated one, which is, well, Checker Quest. Right? Yeah. Or KA. So that teleporter from that switch is what leads you to 4 plasma rifles, which seems kind of weird, but probably meant for when you do multiplayer and have everyone go in there at once and just everyone take their own. In fact, in co-op, usually the max you would have is 4. Having more than 4 would break the design. But in multiplayer, that depends. You'd have to ask the map makers. Although if you get just level sets that are only deathmatch maps, I think they usually have a readme that tells you how many players it's designed for. Now we're done with this home visit. Wish you were here. Back in the Burbs. Burbs, that one movie with, like, Chevy Chase. What was that? Yeah, that movie. I think I'm gonna go watch that again sometime. Any weird old movie of Chevy Chase and, like, fucking... Was that a Dan Aykroyd movie, too? Well, either way, I think I might watch it again sometime. This has been enough suburban talk. I've been your host, and I'll see you next time.